Welcome back to GS Coins, the channel where we explore the fascinating world of rare, old, and collectible coins from around the world. Today, we are going to take a closer look at a coin that may seem very common at first glance, but has an interesting place in numismatics, and that is the 2 cent coin from the year 2006. While most people might think small denomination coins are not worth keeping, collectors know that even the smallest coin can sometimes hold hidden value depending on its mint year, condition, rarity, and overall demand in the coin market. So let us dive deep into the story of the 2006 2 cent coin and find out how much it is worth in today's market if you have one in good condition. The 2 cent coin is part of the euro currency system that was introduced in 2002 when many European countries switched to the euro and adopted common coinage for circulation. This coin has a copper-plated steel composition, giving it that familiar reddish appearance. The weight of the coin is 3.06 grams, it has a diameter of 18.75 millimeters, and the thickness is about 1.67 millimeters. On the reverse side, all 2 cent coins share a common European design that shows a globe with the European Union highlighted alongside 6 diagonal lines and 12 stars that symbolize the European flag. The obverse side, however, is where things become more interesting, because each country that uses the euro has its own unique national design. This means that a 2006 2 cent coin from Germany looks different from one from Spain, Italy, or France. Collectors often seek coins from certain countries or certain years, and this is what can make some coins more valuable than others, even if the denomination is the same. Now, when it comes to the year 2006, the 2 cent coin was issued by several countries across Europe. Some of these coins are very common because millions were minted for everyday circulation, while others are scarcer depending on the minting numbers of that year. What makes a big difference is the condition of the coin. If your 2006 2 cent coin is an average circulated condition, its value is usually around its face value, which is 0.02 euros, or just a few cents in US dollars. However, if you have managed to keep your coin in good condition, meaning it still has a strong shine, clear details, and minimal signs of wear, then its collector value can increase. In today's coin market, a 2006 2 cent coin in good circulated condition may be worth anywhere between 10 cents and 50 cents in US dollars, depending on the country of issue. But if the coin is in uncirculated or mint condition, collectors may pay more, sometimes a few dollars per piece, especially if it comes from a country with lower mintage figures for that year. Certain errors and variations can also make the 2006 2 cent coin more valuable. For example, some coins may have slight minting errors, like misaligned strikes, doubling of letters, or off-center designs. Such coins are always of special interest to collectors and can sell for much higher prices than regular pieces. In auctions or numismatic markets, error coins of the 2006 2 cent have been known to reach prices of $20 or even more, depending on the type and clarity of the error. So it is always important to check your coin carefully under good light or even with a magnifying glass to see if it has any unique features that could increase its value. Another important factor that affects the price is demand from collectors. Some countries' Eurocent coins are collected more actively than others. For example, coins from smaller Eurozone countries such as Luxembourg, Finland, or Monaco can sometimes attract a premium compared to coins from bigger nations like Germany or France, simply because they were issued in smaller quantities. So if your 2006 2 cent coin is from one of those countries, it might fetch a higher value. Collectors often try to complete year sets from each country, and if they are missing the 2006 coin from a particular nation, they may be willing to pay more to complete their collection. If you are holding on to one of these coins in good condition and you're wondering how much you could realistically sell it for, the answer is that most 2006 2 cent coins will bring between 0.20 and $2 in today's market, depending on their condition and rarity. Common issues from countries like Germany or Spain are on the lower side of that range, while coins from smaller mints may reach the higher side. If you have mint state or uncirculated coin, or even better, if you have a coin that has been professionally graded by a numismatic grading service, then the value can be higher and attract serious buyers in online auctions or coin shows. So, for most people, the 2006 2 cent coin is still just pocket change. But for collectors and enthusiasts, it's another piece of the story of the euro currency, a coin that connects multiple countries under a single monetary system. It shows how even the smallest denomination can tell us about history, economics, and design. And who knows, maybe that little 2 cent coin sitting in your drawer could be worth a few dollars more than you expected, especially if it's in great condition or has an error variety. So, the next time you come across a 2 cent coin from 2006, don't just overlook it, take a closer look, because it might just surprise you.
Next up, the 2 cent coin from the year 2008. At first glance, many people might think of a small 2-cent coin as something of little importance or value, but in the world of coin collecting, even the smallest denominations can sometimes hold hidden potential, especially when they are preserved in good condition, come from particular countries, or include rare minting errors. So, let's dive into the details of the 2008 2 cent coin, explore its design and background, and most importantly, find out how much it is worth in today's coin market if you happen to have one in good condition. The 2 cent coin belongs to the euro currency system, which was introduced in 2002 and is now used by many countries across the European Union. Like all euro-cent coins, the 2008 2-cent is made of copper-plated steel, which gives it that distinctive reddish color. It weighs about 3.06 grams, has a diameter of 18.75 millimeters, and a thickness of 1.67 millimeters. On the reverse side, all coins of this denomination feature the same standard design that shows a globe highlighting Europe in relation to Africa and Asia, with 12 stars and 6 fine diagonal lines representing the unity of the European Union. However, the obverse side varies depending on the country that issued the coin, which is where things get really interesting for collectors. Every Eurozone country has its own national design, meaning that a 2008 2 cent coin from Italy will look different than one from Germany, Spain, France, or any of the other member states. This diversity is part of what makes collecting euro coins so exciting. When we look specifically at the year 2008, many countries in the Eurozone issued 2 cent coins for circulation. Some of these coins are extremely common because hundreds of millions were minted to meet daily use, while others are harder to find due to smaller minting runs in certain countries. This means that the value of your 2008 2 cent coin can depend heavily on which country it came from and what condition it is in today. In circulated condition, most coins from 2008 are still worth only a few cents above their face value. But if your coin is in good condition, with minimal wear, or better yet in uncirculated or mint state, then collectors are often willing to pay more to add it to their collections. In today's market, a 2008 2 cent coin in average circulated condition is typically worth its face value, about 0.02 euros, which is just a few cents in US dollars. However, if the coin is in good condition, meaning it retains much of its original shine, has sharp details, and shows limited signs of wear, then its value can range between 20 cents and $1. For coins in uncirculated or mint condition, the value can climb higher, often selling for $2 to $3 depending on the country of issue. Certain smaller countries, such as Luxembourg, Slovenia, or Finland, tend to have lower mintages compared to larger nations like Germany or Spain, and so their 2008 coins can fetch higher prices among collectors who are looking to complete country-by-country sets. Another factor that can greatly influence the price of a 2008 2-euro-cent coin is the presence of minting errors. Just like with other years, minting errors on euro coins are highly collectible. Errors such as misaligned dies, double strikes, off-center designs, or unusual defects in the lettering can make a coin stand out from the millions of normal ones. These error coins are much rarer and can sell for significantly higher amounts, sometimes reaching $20 or more depending on the rarity and uniqueness of the error. If you own a 2008 2-euro-cent coin, it is worth taking a closer look at it under proper lighting or with a magnifying glass to see if there are any unusual features that could make it more valuable. The global demand for euro coins, especially those from the early and mid-2000s, continues to grow as collectors outside of Europe also show increasing interest in completing sets of euro coinage. For many collectors, filling in the missing years and countries is a major goal, and that means even a common coin like the 2008 2-euro-cent coin can be important if it is in the right condition or comes from a country with lower circulation numbers. This growing demand has made even the smallest denominations more attractive in auctions and online marketplaces. So, to give you a clear picture, in today's coin market, a 2008 2-euro-cent coin in good condition typically ranges between 0.20 and $1, while coins in uncirculated or mint condition can bring in $2 to $3 depending on the issuing country. Error coins or coins from countries with lower mintage figures may be valued significantly higher, sometimes selling for $10, $20 or more among collectors who specialize in error coins or low mintage issues. At the end of the day, while a 2-euro-cent coin from 2008 may not make you a millionaire, it is still a wonderful piece of modern European numismatic history, and it shows us how even the smallest coins can carry value and meaning beyond their face value. So before you toss a small 2-cent coin aside, take a closer look at the year, the country, the condition, and even potential errors, because it might just be worth more than you expect.
Next up, the 2-euro-cent coin from the year 2009. At first glance, this coin may seem like an ordinary piece of pocket change, but as many collectors know, every coin tells a story and can carry a value beyond its face value, depending on factors such as condition, rarity, minting numbers, and collector demand. So let us take a closer look at the 2009 2-euro-cent coin, learn about its design and background, and most importantly, discover how much it is worth in today's coin market if you have one in good condition. The 2-euro-cent coin is part of the euro currency system, which was introduced in 2002 and is now used in many European countries. The coin is made of copper-plated steel, giving it that distinctive reddish tone that stands out among modern coins. It weighs about 3.06 grams, has a diameter of 18.75 millimeters, and a thickness of 1.67 millimeters. The reverse side of the coin is standardized across all Eurozone countries and shows the globe highlighting Europe alongside 12 stars representing unity and 6 fine diagonal lines. The obverse side, however, varies from country to country, since each member state issues its own national design. This makes euro coins particularly fascinating to collectors because the same denomination from one year can look very different depending on which country it was minted in. For the year 2009, multiple countries issued 2-euro-cent coins, and each one has its own unique obverse design. Now let's talk about value. If you have a 2009 2-euro-cent coin in average circulated condition, most of these coins will still only be worth close to their face value, which is 0.02 euro or just a few cents in US dollars. However, the story changes when the coin is in better condition. A 2009 2-euro-cent coin in good condition, showing clear details, minimal scratches, and some of its original luster, can be worth more to collectors. In today's market, such coins can fetch between 20 cents and $1 depending on which country issued the coin. Coins in uncirculated or mint condition can bring even higher prices, often selling for $2 to $3 or more, especially when collectors are looking to complete year sets for each country. One of the most important factors that influences the price of the 2009 2-euro-cent coin is rarity by mintage. Countries with large populations such as Germany, France, Spain, or Italy produced millions of these coins for circulation in 2009, which means they are common and easy to find. On the other hand, smaller countries like Luxembourg, Slovenia, or Malta issued much smaller numbers, and therefore their coins can be more sought after. Collectors who specialize in euro coinage often look for these low mintage pieces, and they are willing to pay a premium to complete their collections. So, if your 2009 2-euro-cent coin comes from one of the smaller Eurozone nations, it may well be worth more than a similar coin from one of the larger countries. Another exciting aspect of the 2009 2-euro-cent coin is the possibility of minting errors. Error coins are always popular among collectors because they are much rarer than regular issues. Some of the errors that can increase the value include misaligned strikes, doubling in the text or numbers, off-center images, or even problems with the plating. A clear and unusual error can turn a coin that is normally worth a few cents into one valued at $20 or more, depending on how dramatic and collectible the mistake is. So if you have a 2009 2-euro-cent coin, it is always a good idea to look at it carefully under strong light or with a magnifying glass to check if it has any of these rare features. The demand for euro coins is also rising outside of Europe, as more collectors worldwide become interested in building full euro coin sets year by year and country by country. This means that even though the 2009 2-euro-cent coin is only a small denomination, it has its place in collections and is often purchased by collectors who want to fill in that particular year. The better the condition of your coin, the more appealing it is to serious collectors, especially if you have an uncirculated piece or one that has been kept safe since the year it was minted. So to sum up the value, in today's coin market, a 2009 2-euro-cent coin in circulated condition is usually worth a few cents, but in good condition, it can bring between 20 cents and $1. Uncirculated or mint state coins can go for $2 to $3 or more, and coins from smaller countries or those with minting errors can sometimes sell for much more, with rare cases reaching 10, 20, or even higher amounts depending on the uniqueness of the coin. While this coin may not make you rich, it is certainly worth checking your collection to see if you have a 2009 2-euro-cent coin in great shape, because it could be more valuable than you think.